Is this gonna work?
I mean, I sure hope so.
You think there's a leak?
Yeah. Okay, so we finally got the hose in so we can start vacuuming down these lines and seeing if we have any leaks. I really hope we don't have any, just because they're not very fun to work with behind the mini splits. So I guess here goes nothing.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so this should be a pretty easy process though, right? So,
Oh, you're jinxing it now.
if all goes well, we should have this AC unit up and running today.
Judging on our luck today.
I know.
I bought a distributor from a seller on Amazon and said it was brand new. Turns out it was clearly a return. Someone pretty much gutted it. It looked new from the outside, but from the inside there was hardly any parts there. No effort to try to put this thing back together. Yeah, so now our car doesn't work.
Hey, but at least we're about to have an AC unit working, right?
We can't go anywhere, but yeah.
But we'll be cool. Are you nervous?
Are you nervous?
A little bit. Is this gonna work?
I mean, I sure hope so.
You poor thing.
Small price you pay for AC.
He got stung by something on his lip. Every year. They're always just attracted to you. I can relate. This is it, you guys. We're about to have AC in our home after over 3 years. Breaker is on. Okay, it is alive.
Okay, so I got the first mini split up and running, and it's working very well. That one, surprisingly, is cooling majority of the house right now. But I don't want to keep it running right now because, I mean, it's just going to keep running in order to cool off the entire house. So in the meantime, until I can get the other 2 mini splits up and running, what I'm going to be working on is this little whole house energy monitor. This is by a company called Emporia. Their version 2. We're not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just read the reviews. They checked all the boxes on what I wanted for a whole house energy monitor. I wanted leads, physical leads off of certain breakers that I could monitor their energy consumption. Versus there's other companies out there where they use algorithms to kind of tell you how much energy you're using or how many appliances or what appliances are using what energy, but they're relying on algorithms for that, where this has physical leads running off of actual breakers that will tell you exactly how much energy is running through those breakers. And I mean, that's very important. The reason why is because, I mean, we run totally on solar power, solar and battery power. So excessive energy use, if I can catch it early, it makes everything run a little bit smoother. Like take for instance, say we have 3 mini splits for the whole house. They're all the same exact make and model. And if one is consuming more energy than the others, I can diagnose the problem. I'll know right off the bat that that's a red flag. This would notify me on all those things. Something I'm very excited for, and just it's going to be a very helpful tool.
What has happened?
A rat has got into our gun box.
Crow. Good! Gosh, you're so smart. Yeah, it's a crow. You okay? You think there's a leak?
Yeah. Okay, so we're having a bit of an issue on this second mini split. It's I have a leak somewhere. It's not, I can't even pull a vacuum on it. It's not a very good vacuum on it. So I gotta try to find that, whether it be here at the outdoor unit or inside. So I think what I'm going to do right now actually is just move on to the next one and then come back to this one.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, I gotta be doing something wrong.
It's happening again.
Yeah. This is the pump? Because it acts like it's sucking down.
Uh-huh.
And then it just...
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that it was cheap, right?
Yeah.
It did one of the AC units and now it's broken.
Yeah, I think it's something with this.
I thought it sounded different than it did yesterday. Yeah.
And it's like constantly smoking too. It starts like it's sucking down and then all of a sudden it just automatically starts climbing.
It's always something.
So I'm not sure where I left off. The vacuum pump, I did get it to work. It was, at least on this unit, I haven't tried the other unit yet, but this unit had the same issue as over there, where it would start to drop down and then it would stall out at a certain vacuum level and then gradually start to rise. Well, it turns out it was the vacuum pump. It was making a little bit of noise. Once I got the vacuum pump working, which I gotta remind you, this is the cheapest vacuum pump I could find, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, so I got the system to vacuum down and it's holding, so looks like we can move forward.
What do you think?
I don't feel anything yet.
Lovey, I can feel it.
Does it feel cold?
You always think something's gonna go wrong. Yeah, it feels cool. The other one took a minute to cool down too.
Good morning now, little singing bird. It's been a while since your song's been heard. I've got your coffee and your breakfast made. I miss you so.
So we just got our sleeper sectional in. I think it's the perfect size for this room. So down under here, there's a memory foam mattress that actually folds out, which will be perfect and help make this room into a nice little guest room.
You've been and the people you've met. Won't you tell me again how you lost your way when you found the wind, babe? babe. I don't know what to say. I miss you when you're gone.
You want to go to Mama? She's a daddy's girl. Okay, so what I'm going to be working on here is trying to find a vacuum leak, which is pretty difficult because I don't have any smoke or anything like that in order to get sucked up into the system. I mean, I know they make special smoke detectors and dyes and stuff like that in order to find vacuum leaks. Not 100% sure how they do it on mini splits, but there's only two places it could possibly be: this end or the outdoor unit. So I'm going to check my flare fittings, make sure everything looks good, there's no burrs on my flares that I made, and make sure everything looks like it's seated properly. And then pull a vacuum, and if it's still not able to hold a vacuum, then go out there, which personally I think it might be the factory flare fittings on the lines. They're not Mitsubishi lines, they're just generic mini split lines, and one of the ends that I cut off didn't look the prettiest. So, not saying anything, but may not be my fault. Of course, I get a little cocky and I realize that I didn't tighten a flare all the way.
Spencer, it was your fault?
I can feel it just, well, I can't tighten it by hand, but I felt it move around with the wrench. I'm like, I didn't snug it all the way.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Well, I'm just glad you found the problem.
That's what you get for being cocky.
Right? Yay! Okay, so you should be able to get this fixed and we'll have all of our mini splits running today. It already feels so nice just with the two in here.
Right.
Good?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Yeah, it's the camera. That's what you have to hit. Oh. Look at you, you're doing such a good job. You want to turn the tripod? Here, hold right here. Hold right there. Okay, turn it. Come on, you can do it. Other way. Good job!
It's currently holding vacuum, but this really cheap pump apparently can't even do 3 vacuums. Pretty much a 1 to 2 use pump, apparently.
So we have to order another one?
Well, like, I ordered a high quality one originally, but like the company I ordered it from had them on back order for a month, and then it got pushed back to 2 months, and then 3 months, and then finally I was like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to order me a cheap one and be done with it. And this is what happens. Alright, so I'm back out here. I ran to town today and got me a new vacuum pump. I probably should have done this from the start. Got me a good old Harbor Freight special. So originally the Harbor Freight vacuum pump was giving me some issue. I couldn't get a low enough micron reading out of it. I was only getting in the 900 range. So what I did is I just took it inside, let it cool down, and I swapped out my extension cord, because the extension cord I was using was a 50-foot extension cord, which I used on the other pump, which had no problem with it. But this pump apparently need a really thick gauged wire if it's going to be 50 foot, or just a shorter extension cord. So swapped it out for a shorter extension cord. Man, it got me down to a little under 300 microns. After all the pressures and both the lines equalized, I'm up to about 340, but it seems like it's stabilized there. So I think we're all good.
This has been quite the process.
Right? This last one gave me so much issue. First, the AC line wasn't secured all the way, and the pump went out. Then the extension cord was too long for the new pump. And there it goes.
We officially have AC.